Hey Blazers, this episode is brought to you by Audible.com, an Amazon company. Get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/Blaze Entertainment, or visit the sponsor and supporters links on our website at entertheblaze.com. With over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. Now let's start the show.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Let's start the party. Locked in to the hottest station on the planet.
What's going on, Blazers? It's another episode of Blaze Entertainment. I'm your host, Kwame, joined by the beautiful, the melanin proficient, the sexy, the gorgeous Miss Free. What's up, girl?
Oh, I was about to burp.
Ew, that's not sexy.
Talk about sexy.
What is wrong with you?
Better than I was last week.
I like your outfit. It's cute.
Thanks. I threw it on like legit. I still got my pajama bottoms on.
You're ridiculous.
Whatever. What's my aesthetic? I roll out of bed and show up.
Okay. You're lucky that I'm here, babe.
How are you? How's your week going?
It's been a really intense week. Mm-hmm. More with work. I actually started this new position. I was just promoted. So like, yes, bitch. Bitch is coming off.
Yeah.
Don't know. So, but it's a lot of work. Yeah. So, with Blaze Entertainment and Pyro Media and then work and then, advocacy and activism stuff, like it wears a nigga down. Mm-hmm. But you know what? I'm going to keep going because we got to fight. Mm-hmm. The good fight. Yeah. Okay? And our enemies don't rest.
Fight.
And neither will I.
Stay woke.
Okay? I will drink all types of coffee if I need to.
Girl, I had to stop drinking coffee.
Yeah, man. Me too. I have to drink tea.
Not even that. Like, if I drink too much coffee, I'm noticing that I get heart palpitations.
Well, yeah, it's caffeine, girl.
It is, but I didn't think I would react that way. And I've only, like, I have to, like, pay attention to my health lately because I've been getting them a lot. And I'm like, well, why the fuck am I getting heart palpitations? It's that damn coffee. It's the coffee.
It's not good, girl.
It's the coffee. And me not going to the gym.
How many cups, like, are you drinking?
Not even a lot. Like, I mean, it's a lot of caffeine in the morning because I'll go venti everything at Starbucks.
Oh.
That's the size. That's
a venti is like 2 to 3 cups of regular cups of coffee. Mm-hmm. That's not good for you, sis.
Yeah! But you know what? I survived throughout the day.
Try tea.
I'm gonna do tea. I'm gonna do tea. Tea's good. Shall we move on?
Yes. What is the phrase of the week or word of the week? Is it a word or phrase today?
It's a phrase.
Okay.
The word is a word.
Yeah.
So it's a phrase, and it's shelf friend. Shelf friend.
Shelf friend.
Yeah.
Like a shelf? Like I put books
like
on a shelf?
Like, you know, you put your toy on a shelf.
Okay.
I'm a shelf friend.
Okay.
And they say when you become an option, you are not the first pick of friends. When your friend starts dating someone and you are put up on a shelf until they have no other people to hang out with.
Or when people start like using you for your resources and things and don't give you credit, that's a shelf friend.
A shelf friend.
They only use you when they need you.
So
okay, this is on time, girl.
So
I hope a certain person is listening right now because this is on time for you, boo boo. Just wanted to let you know.
Hot mess.
You know, I
don't have anything to do with whatever beef is going on because I barely be paying attention any fucking way.
This ain't a beef with me. I just see it like I cause it like I see it.
Okay. Anyway, so there's
ain't none of my friends. I know. Let me make this very clear. It's none of my friends. Okay, I just observe other people's friends. Okay, and I see, and it's none of Miss Free's friends either. It's nobody that y'all know that we know. Well, we know, y'all know. You know who it is, bitch. That's all. Go on.
Well,
I'm gonna save it for.
Well, then
I'm gonna save it for the vent.
Their definition in a sentence is, I don't need you anymore. I'm dating somebody. So I'll put you on a shelf until I have a need for you. Yeah. You are my shelf friend.
That don't sound like a friend.
Is the phrase of the week.
That's a good phrase. That's very on time, Miss Free. I think the Lord be speaking right through your spirit, girl.
Speaking to my spirit.
Yes.
But there wasn't anything else that was interesting, so.
You know what? Very on time. Very on time. God bless you. Anyway, highlight of the week. Highlight of the week is On One with Angela Rye podcast. I actually have been. It's on its third episode today. I think today we released its third episode with Jesse Williams as a guest host.
Jesse Williams. Who's Angela Rye?
You know who the fuck Angela Rye is?
Let me Google it.
You better Google it. When you see her face, you're gonna be pissed that you even said that. She is cousin.
You know what's funny? A funny thing that y'all should know about me is that I could walk straight past you. You be like a superstar, and if you're not Rihanna, Beyonce, or somebody that I go for, I probably wouldn't even recognize you.
She's right. She's literally right next to Auntie Waters. You know who she is. She's a CNN commentator. She's on CNN a lot.
See, that's exactly what it is, because I don't be watching CNN like that. So of course I won't. Okay, she looks familiar.
You know who she is.
Okay, yeah.
She was one of our
yes.
What do you call it?
I got you.
She was one of our Woman Crush.
I remember.
Wednesdays.
Yes. Okay, I remember.
Anyway,
okay.
Angela Rye has a podcast now. Maxine Waters, Auntie Maxine Waters, was on the first episode. And then she had some activists, women-led activists, on her second episode. And now, actually, I believe it was the founders of the Women's March that she had on the second episode. And then today, released a new episode. This is airing Friday, so Thursday. She released a new episode of what do you call it? With Jesse Williams. So I dig it. It's a pretty decent show. It's very informative, and I think that like she's dope. I love Angela Rye. I love what she's doing for the movement, what she does for the community, and how she just maintains who she is and still is in the political world. So I love it.
Amen.
Bringing that blackness all over the politics.
Man.
Yes, because she is not she will not give a fuck about cussing your ass out and still maintaining her political positions. She will tell you off.
I should listen to it.
Yes. Yeah.
I've been really watching. This might be like a quick highlight, just
okay,
not to steal your shine or
nothing. No, it's fine.
But I've been listening to a podcast called Real Ghost Stories online.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's really good. So people just call in or they write in, and the host will read their stories on, their ghost stories. And he does it with his wife. And after the ghost story, they comment on it, crack a joke, kind of lighten the mood.
Yeah.
It kind of deep. And you're just like, bitch, that was scary as fuck.
Yeah.
I'm looking over my shoulder like, what the fuck? But I really enjoy that podcast. It's been keeping me at work like.
What is it called?
Real Ghost Stories Online.
Okay. I'm going to check that out.
Anyways, moving on.
Shout outs. Do you have any shout outs?
I do. So, shout out goes to the Beta Alpha chapter of Delta Sigma Theta.
Yes.
They are a group of
Come on, Divine Nine.
Right. 56 sorority sisters. They've gone viral due to their beach photo shoot celebrating Black beauty called Melanin Illustrated.
Really?
Yes. I saw it. I was like, come on, can I be a Melanin Illustrated?
Send me that after the show. I want to see that.
I'll send it to you. Basically, they just went on a girls' trip to Costa Rica, and they were just like, I guess let's just fucking do a photo shoot.
Yeah.
And that's what they did.
That's awesome.
Melanin Illustrated. So they said Black women are often overlooked in beauty, and this was our way to shine a light on all types of Black beauty. And they have like all different types of shades, and I'm like, yes,
I love it.
Chilling in the water.
Yes. I have a shout out. I actually really like that. That's really cool. Yeah. I have a shout out, Tesla, for those who don't know, the car company. Tesla welcomed Ebony Media CEO Linda Johnson Rice, who is the second woman out of a group of 9 board members and the first African American to hold that role, according to Fortune.
Amen.
I
want a Tesla. When I, come up on some money, I want a Tesla.
Bitch, you better get a lot of money for a Tesla. I want a Tesla. Teslas are pretty sweet, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got any other shout outs?
No, I do not.
All right, well, let's take a break and we'll be back with the Petty World News. What's up, Blazers? Check out the 5-fruit face wash from our sponsor, Zerian Skin Science. Made with 5 different fruit extracts, this gently exfoliating cleanser is perfect for all skin types. Jojoba beads, pineapple, and papaya extracts help get rid of dead skin that keeps you from looking your best. Mango, watermelon, and strawberry extracts do their part too, moisturizing and nourishing your skin. I use this product and notice an immediate difference in my skin's texture and clarity. Visit colors.goboom.com and use offer code BLAZEATOMIC.
And we're back with the Petty World News.
Woo-woo.
Okay, ladies, now let's see information. Okay, ladies, now let's see information. I'm Petty Slay, Chico, you get eliminated.
Petty Wop.
Whoop, whoop.
So you want to go ahead?
Yeah, so let's talk about the quote-unquote Beyonce wax figure was removed temporarily from Madame Tussauds New York floor amid controversy.
But didn't they put it back?
I didn't hear about them putting it back.
They just put it back with what did they do? They just darkened her roots and put her back. And gave her a little bit more melanin.
You know what? I am sick and tired of Madame Tussauds. Like, they have fucked up Beyonce's figurine or Beyonce's wax figure for fucking ever. They got everybody else fucking correct, but you fuck up Beyonce, one of the #1 artists in the fucking world. Are you kidding me? How is this hard? You have so many visuals. Like, you have so many visuals.
So many visuals.
The fuck? Like, it's disrespectful at this point in time.
I don't, I'm sure Beyonce is kind of irritated over it, but, it ain't burning no holes in her pocket.
It really isn't. She's worried about her twins.
My whole issue with the whole thing is fucking, you can get Kylie Jenner,
right,
a replica that looks just like her.
Well, it's not hard. You can't, plastic imitates plastic.
That's not the point. The point is that you create a Beyonce figurine. Like, there's been multiple figurines of Beyonce that's been looking kind of fucked up.
Right. This ain't the first one.
I'm just thinking they just...
It's actually got...
real salty.
It's actually got progressively bad throughout the years. Like, each and every Beyonce, wax figurine has been kind of, like, progressively and decliningly bad.
Just like, what the fuck is going on?
It's horrible.
Why? What is wrong with y'all? Do y'all hate Beyonce?
Right. And if you do, don't do her. Don't put a face on it. She don't give a fuck. God. Just put a picture up on there. Speaking
of famous people, this probably should have went in shout outs. But Kendrick Lamar is having a really good week. He has been nominated for multiple MTV VMAs, including Video of the Year, Best Direction, and Artist of the Year. And I really hope he gets Artist of the Year because Kendrick has been doing the damn thing. Let's be clear. And then after, what's the white boy's name?
Who?
The $20 in my pocket dude.
What?
There's this white rapper that during the same time Kendrick Lamar was coming up, he was nominated. Him and Kendrick were nominated for Best New Artist, and the white guy took, even though Kendrick Lamar is the superior artist.
Right. Is this a surprise?
No, it's not. But that's besides the point. So my point is saying Kendrick Lamar deserves, if anything, he deserves Artist of the Year because that's like the top honor.
How long has it taken? Beyonce hasn't even gotten fucking artist.
Has she? I think she has.
I think she has, but I don't think she's gotten was it Album of the Year? It was Album of the Year.
Album of the Year.
It's Album of the Year she hasn't gotten. Yeah.
Artist of the Year is different.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I agree.
Shout out goes to you, Kendrick. I like you. You doing it out here.
As long as you don't get all hotep-y, I'm fine.
Yeah, true.
Okay.
Anyways. We just gonna let that go.
Right. Ariana Grande tore into some interviewers for homophobic questions and it went viral. I don't know the podcast or the radio show.
It looked like a radio show.
I think it was a radio show that she was on.
Looked like a radio show.
kudos, bitch, kudos. Like I personally don't have an issue with Ariana Grande. I just am not really into. I'm so into you. I'm not into her. So, but yeah, I mean, I like her as an ally. I think that she's really.
I don't know. Something in my spirit tells me like don't like her. Something in my core spirit, and I don't know why, but something tells me that girl's no good. And there's like, she hasn't done anything. She hasn't done anything. So my intuition could be really wrong, but I would just keep my eye on her, just
from a distance.
I mean, like, she's cool or whatever. Like,
yeah, she hasn't done anything. Yeah, she hasn't done anything wrong.
It's just in my core, it's just kind of like, kind of be like, she's cute or whatever, but don't let her too close because she's gonna do something stupid.
I hope not.
I hope not either. I hope she proves me wrong.
Yeah. I think she's been pretty careful about what she says and how she says things. But we'll see.
Right. So I was going to ask you, actually, I think you would probably have more information on this. But what is up with, did the Republicans lose the vote for the repeal of Obamacare? Or what is going on?
So we get into politics now? Let's go.
Let's just go.
Okay, so, all right.
Because I'm hearing conflicting things. Like, I'm kind of confused. Like, what's going on?
So this is what happened. And I don't know what happened today because I haven't listened to Rachel Maddow today. But
I have something that's confusing me, but go ahead. I'm gonna let you.
Okay. So earlier this week, John McCain came back from the hospital,
right,
the medical leave, and he stated that he wanted that he voted to have the bill be brought to the floor. What they were doing was that they had to vote to see if the bill would proceed to the floor. Okay. And then everybody was going all up in arms like, why would you vote for the bill? He didn't vote for the bill.
That's what I'm hearing. Because he voted for it. I was like, well, bitch, what the fuck?
I mean, if he wanted to be, if it was, I mean, whatever. I mean, people, it's a kind of a, what he did was he voted for it to proceed, meaning that it was going to be brought to the floor for debate, meaning it was going to be voted on. Now, they could have killed the bill right there and then.
Right.
But, Republicans, they got to stick together to some point. So he said, okay, well, I'm probably not going to vote for it to be made into law, but I would like to at least hear the debate.
Isn't that when Pence broke the tie or something like that? Is that
correct?
Okay.
So that's when Pence broke the tie to have it to proceed to the floor.
This article makes sense because I was like, what the fuck? I'm confused now.
However, they have to go through. They had and tonight is the Votorama, like Thursday.
Votorama.
I'll explain.
The fuck?
Votorama? So yeah, I'll explain. So
this ain't a game.
Oh yes, it is. I'll explain. So earlier this week, after it was voted to proceed to the floor, they had a preliminary vote to see if the bill would pass. 7 Republicans, not just 3, which was the initial kill vote. 7 Republicans voted against the bill, to include all of the Democrats.
Okay, cool. So that was 45 and 55, right?
Correct.
Because this article says the results came down to a vote of 45 and 55, with 7 Republicans voting in opposition of the measure.
Correct.
Just 2 years ago, the same measure made it past the Senate, but was vetoed by President Barack Obama.
Correct.
Okay.
Which means that the bill, as is, cannot be put into law. So what the Republicans did is said, okay, we'll have a skinny down version of it, or a skinny version of quote unquote skinny version of the law. Right. So now instead of 32 or 22 million people getting kicked off of Medicare, it'll just be 16 million.
Nigga.
Yeah. So that's what's up for vote now. That's what's in the Votorama. And the Votorama is they're going to have all these bills being thrown at it, and then everybody's just going to vote. Vote, vote, vote. So we'll see. I honestly don't think it's going to pass.
I'm so frustrated with politics because they think this is a fucking game. Like, these are our lives you're fucking with. And that upsets me so much. Like, it's all hee hee ha ha, y'all cackling over there. This shit is not funny.
It's really not. These are people's lives.
Right.
And what's really funny is that the people who voted Trump in, it's not even at this point
this
in
shit
time.
affects you the most.
It really does.
So
it really does, because honestly, you are so worried about the coastal elites having, you know, these issues or whatever, and you're saying that we're the loudest ones. If you think about it, we're the ones that are going to be most protected, at least for a while.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because New York and California and blue states, you know, we have a chance of surviving for a couple of years, at least until this nigga gets out of office.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not. California has its own type of protections that we have for, you know, for its citizens.
Right.
So it's not going to be an issue. We can survive for a little bit. It will affect us eventually.
Right.
But by that time, hopefully we will get Cheeto out of office, or somebody will assassinate him, whatever the situation, or he'll just die. You know what I'm saying? So some are going, or he'll get impeached. One of the
just
three.
like, don't.
There's lots of things.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That these are all hypotheticals and possibilities.
Okay.
Okay. So with that being said, it's really these states that, you know, that are these quote unquote red states that flipped for him, and or voted for him, that are the most vulnerable.
Oh, okay.
You know, at this
exactly.
point. So, you know, we're actually trying to fight for you, bitches. You know what I'm saying? So while you're always saying that we're too liberal, you need to be focusing on what's really going on in your state.
Right.
Because once this shit goes through, you gonna be kicked off, boo-boo. And you really think that what Obamacare was doing was hurting you, just you wait.
I read somewhere that they were trying to get rid of Medicare or something like that too. Is that
That's a part of the bill. The bill is Medicare is the largest medical provider in the United States.
Right.
It is the biggest provider.
I know.
In the United States.
On Medicare. If I didn't have a job, I'd probably be on Medicare.
Everyone's on Medicare. All these.
I am on Medicare.
Everyone's pretty much on Medicare.
I know, I'm paying for it.
Well, no, what you pay for, but you also have to realize that a lot of these companies that these insurance companies get funding from Medicare as well.
Oh, okay.
So it's not just, you know, all these think, well, I have Aflac. Well, Aflac gets some funds from Medicare. Right. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, a lot of these different, you know, companies get their funding from this umbrella.
Okay.
Medicare.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm crystal clear
but
now.
the most vulnerable are little kids.
And elderly.
And the elderly.
See, the problem with the United States, for me, is that it's so individualistic. Like, nobody is thinking of the other man. Like, I would be glad to pay an extra few dollars out of my taxes to make sure that my next person, regardless if I know them or not, can get health care. Regardless if they're racist or not, I would hate to see something bad happen to them like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they came with cancer and their family couldn't afford it. I'll be gladly, as much as I don't like you, I wouldn't want to see you suffer.
Right.
So, I don't know. Just the United States is just, I don't, like, other countries don't have this problem because they think as a group.
Right.
The United States thinks as an individual on an individual basis, unbeknownst to them that it affects everyone as a group.
Right.
Like,
right.
Stupid shit. Stupid. I hope my kids don't have to go through this shit. Should we move on to other?
They talk like King's Landing. Like, if you think about it, they talk like how the small council when Joffrey was still in power.
I am the king.
Yeah, but they talk like that. You remember how the small council was like, "Oh, we'll just do this because they don't need to. They'll just get the scraps."
Yeah.
That's how they talk. Like, that's how they think. They're so busy focusing on what's going on in Washington, D.C. and the elites. You know what I'm saying? That in these establishments. And it's not just Republicans. Democrats think similar too. So don't think that you're getting off of shit.
Yeah.
However, the agendas for the Democrats is supposed to be more for, we benefit more from the agenda of the Democratic agenda. You know what I'm saying? Based off of the needs of what we need as a country.
Right.
But I digress. We won't get into that.
Should we move on to the other
the fuckery
topic?
The major topic?
That happened today, right?
That happened yesterday.
Yesterday, okay.
So yesterday morning, y'all's president decided to tweet a potential policy for the United States military.
It's a potential policy, or it is a policy.
You can't make policy over a tweet.
Well, I don't know what happens behind closed doors, and I
don't. We'll get to it. We'll get there. He stated that he had consulted his generals, which is a lie, and experts, which is also a lie, and they have. He has come to the conclusion that the military can no longer accept transgenders, individuals, in any capacity in the military. And that the military, it affects military readiness.
What?
Pause.
What the fuck does that have anything to do with anything?
Let me explain something.
Wait, hold on. I heard that the reason why he's doing this bullshit is to save funds for that motherfucking wall. That's what I heard. I don't know if it's true.
Whatever the fucking reason is, if you're going to try to use that as an excuse to pull it, that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. There is such a minute amount of money that goes to transgenders in the military, right? Because there's such a minute, there's a small amount compared to the overarching demographic of the military. There's such a small amount of transgenders anyway in the military. Mm-hmm. However, it's such a minute amount of, because not every transgender goes through transgender transgender reassignment surgery, right? Okay, and not every all they're doing is paying for hormones. You know what I'm saying? And they're not even paying for it. You know what I'm saying? Like the transgender themselves are not paying for it. They're going, just like you go to get, asthma medication, just like you go to get, I don't know, Viagra. You know what I'm saying? Right? Which, by the way,
that shit that was like 41 million. How much was it for transgendered funds or whatever? It was like 8 million.
I don't have. It's not even.
Viagra, I was
can't
like
even say that. I can't even say that it's even 8 million. To be honest with you,
right?
Sis. And I don't have the numbers in front of me, but it's such a minute. Please Google it, because it's such a minute amount of funds in the overarching medical funds or the overarching medical expenses that comes out of the military. Mm-hmm. It's so minute that to say that it's to go towards or that it's stopping military readiness, or to say that it is
see, I would respect you more if you just came out the side of your mouth with this, I don't want them in there because of this, rather than some bullshit reason talking about, what did he say? Say it again.
That it was affecting military readiness. Right. And what's funny,
see, I don't appreciate that being around the bullshit. If you gonna be hateful to my motherfucking face.
Right. But he's never gonna be like that.
That's what irritates me.
I don't even think he knows.
That's what fucking irritates me.
But he doesn't even know what he's being hateful for. He just wants to follow whoever talks to him last. That's gonna be his influence, which concerns me, because what happens when Putin gives him a call?
What you mean?
If Putin decides to call him and they have a 5-hour conversation, what do you think he is in? If you notice that a lot of the major decisions that he's had is based off of the conversation that he has had prior to when he goes and makes a decision, because he's so easily influenced. He's a kid in a 70-year-old man's body. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's so fucking stupid and easily manipulated. It's not even funny.
It says 4.2 million to 5.6 million.
Compared to the trillions of dollars that the military is in debt with.
That's like
trillions.
That's like a hair. Like just
one city makes over 10 million in half of a day. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
Military preparedness.
Fuck out of here. Anyway, the bottom line is, I actually shared out a video from our co-host, After the Blaze co-host, Hope Giselle, Hope Disguised, and she had brought up some very interesting points, and one of the things that she said that really resonated with me, that really hit me home, and I really want people to really think about this. This goes both on the people who support Trump and people who don't support Trump. Even people who, even presidents that we have had that we may not have agreed with, has always had the respect of the people The basic respect of the people to get their asses dressed, to take their asses and announce to the media and to the press house or to the White House press secretary and say, hey, I'm getting ready to do a statement. I have a statement. You let all the media outlets know. Mm-hmm. And that president takes their asses out there, whether it's on the White House lawn, whether it's in the White House press room, whether it's in the White House, wherever the fuck, even a video. They don't sit there in their fucking drawers on Twitter and promote policy or speak on policy with a couple of tweets. They have the respect of the American people to at least go out there, even if we don't agree with the policy. Let's not even talk about what the policy is. Mm-hmm. The basic respect of your president. He did not have the respect of you to go outside and say, hey, these are my thoughts. I've consulted my people. Mm-hmm. This is what's happening. He didn't even do that. He sat his shitted ass fucking pants and his brown ass fucking boxers because of his skid marks, because he's a dirty ass old man.
Stop.
Sitting there with his scrubby little fingers and his sweaty little palms and his fake ass hair with no orange makeup on, and tweeted a policy against transgender individuals. People who are currently fighting, who are currently actively protecting this country. How fucking dare you, you orange piece of shit, right. You bitch ass nigga who has constantly fucking avoid. You had 5 deferments, bitch, because you could not sit there and say, you know what, I want to serve this country. No, what you decided to do was go and go to a foreign enemy of this country and suck his balls and be a fucking cock holster for him, and decided to go ahead and just go and weasel and finagle your way through to win this fuck ass damn election. You orange bitch. How dare you tell someone who has volunteered to support this country and protect this country, even after so many people in this country don't even acknowledge themselves, don't even acknowledge them, don't even acknowledge their right to be human beings, don't even acknowledge them to be who they are, and they're still fighting for this fucking country. Right. How dare you?
Right.
You orange piece of crap. Fuck you.
Well said. I have nothing to add to that. You took it all out of my mouth, you know. It's just like we're living in a twilight zone, and it's going to be like this for the next however so long until he gets impeached or leaves the White House, or resigns. That I'd be happy with resigning.
Regardless of the outcome of how he gets out of this office, he needs to make sure that he is never seen on this planet again. He cannot walk.
What?
He cannot walk. He cannot walk around the city like he used to. He cannot just pop up out of nowhere. Like President Obama can walk wherever the fuck he wants to. He got Pete. See, you know, he's fine. People still be like, hey, President, what's up? Love you, daddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's President Obama. We're always going to respect him. You got the onesies and twosies out of the dicks. Right. But his orange monkey ass cannot be seen. Don't ever show your face again. You better hide, bitch. You better stay in that golden tower for as long as it's leased.
Ugh. All right, should we move on?
Bitch.
Let's move on. Let's take a break.
Yeah.
This episode is brought to you by one of our new sponsors, We Buy Black. We Buy Black is an online marketplace for Black-owned businesses to showcase and sell their products to a global community. What drives We Buy Black is a community of creative entrepreneurs who use We Buy Black to sell their products, thousands of shoppers who believe in supporting these entrepreneurs to affect social change, and committed staff of We Buy Black. Visit pyromedianetwork.com or entertheblaze.com for our sponsor direct links. It's time to support Black businesses. Now let's get back to the show.
And we're back.
We're Black.
Yes, with the reviews.
We got some shit to say.
Yes. Hey. Yes. And before we start the reviews. Let's start with the review news. The Walking Dead Season 8 trailer debuted at San Diego Comic-Con, and fans needed to watch it right now. If you haven't seen it,
I saw it
go
once,
watch
so I need to rewatch it.
Yes.
Actually, I'm going to go watch New Rockstars. Shout out to them because I love their trailer breakdowns and their episode breakdowns.
Oh, really?
They're the most thorough I've seen. Shout out goes to New Rockstars.
Send me some links.
I will.
Also, Marvel's Defender, which is the Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, Daredevil. What was the other bitch? Iron Fist.
Iron Fist, yeah.
That's the Marvel's Defenders. That's airing on Netflix August 18th in 2017.
Am I gonna watch that?
I think I am.
I'm gonna try. Only because I like Luke Cage and Jessica Jones.
I still need to.
I like Daredevil. Don't get me wrong.
I heard Daredevil was good. I need to actually catch on. I don't know how I feel about Iron Fist.
Iron Fist was whack as fuck, and I couldn't get past it. I'm just gonna be honest.
So you didn't
couldn't
finish it?
No, I couldn't.
I don't know. Like. Okay. Stranger Things on debuts on Netflix on season 2 debuts on Netflix October 27th.
I'm so excited for Stranger Things. We're reviewing that, right?
Yes.
On this podcast?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes, we're definitely reviewing Stranger Things. That's a need.
I love Stranger Things.
That's a need.
It's such a good show. Every time I say that, I just get all like happy.
Yes.
Okay.
And it may come a time where we actually need to review 2 because Walking Dead will be on, and then so we may have to extend the review section. So we may have to like kind of.
We'll shorten the Petty Wop.
Petty World News.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll see.
We'll see.
Justice League, and I saw the trailer.
Jason Momoa.
He can get it. He can get it. Jason Momoa as Aquaman and Wonder Woman are pretty much the only reason I'm going to watch it.
Right. I don't like Cyborg's suit. I don't like the Flash's suit. I don't like Batman's suit. And I'm all about the visuals. If your suits ain't right, bruh, like, I just can't get past it. I'm going to be staring at it like, why is this so clunky and ugly?
Well, here's the thing. I think that they may be able to pull it off this time. Because I feel like with Wonder Woman, it was a phenomenal start to fixing what DC fucked up. Because Batman versus Superman,
is it Superman in Justice League? In the Justice League, Superman?
Mm-hmm. I don't know if he's in this.
We'll see. He might pop up as like a little wink to the fans. I guess.
But yeah, I'm actually interested in
Is it Green Lantern in Justice League too?
Yes, he is, but I don't think he's in this one.
They need to make a black Green Lantern. That's what they need to do.
We'll see.
I don't know, and I love Ryan Reynolds. He was Green Lantern, right?
Yeah.
I love him down, but they should have went with a black Green Lantern.
Right.
Let's be real.
I mean, come on, diversity.
All right.
Yeah, so let's get into it. So Game of Thrones, Season 7, Episode 2, entitled Stormborn. On this episode, Daenerys sends the Dornishmen on Yara's fleet to Sunspear, the Unsullied to Casterly Rock, and decides to not move onto King's Landing yet, intending to install a complete siege instead. She demands Varys to criticize her future mistakes instead of betraying her, which he did to previous monarchs. Melisandre arrives and tells her about the prophecy involving Daenerys and Jon. Grey Worm and Melisandre consummate their relationship.
Which was awkward as fuck.
We'll get there. Cersei gathers several lords, asking for their fealties and promising Randall the title of Warden of the South. Qyburn shows Cersei an invented ballista for killing dragons. Arya meets with Hot Pie, who tells her of Jon's ascension to King in the North. She then decides to return to Winterfell. After receiving Samwell's letter, Jon leaves for Dragonstone in hopes of getting Daenerys' support against the White Walkers, leaving Sansa in charge and warning Littlefinger not to get close to her. Samwell begins a forbidden treatment for Jorah. Euron's fleet attacks Yara's Obara, and Nymeria are killed, while Ilaria, Tyene, and Yara are captured. Theon flees the carriage in carnage by jumping into the sea. We'll get to that.
Let's go back to the top.
Daenerys. So let's talk about Daenerys.
First things first, I'm the realist. Daenerys, we ain't playing no games.
Daenerys is ready to start. Right? Yes, Daenerys is ready for business. She looked at each and every one of these motherfuckers, especially Varys, and said, look, bitch, are you with me or are you out? Because if you're not with me,
I'm gonna burn you alive.
Right here, right now. And I get it. I get that she is in this mode where she don't have no time to play. She don't have no time to question people's loyalties. But at the same time, Dany, calm down, girl.
I actually really enjoyed that side of Dany.
Really?
I did. Okay. I enjoyed the banter between Varys and Daenerys. I really enjoyed it because honestly, it shows her strength, and I like the fact that Varys was able to hold his own against her, because it would have been very easy for him to be like, all right, girl, like, whatever. Right. But he explains to her and a perfectly valid reason as to why he betrayed those kings and queens or whatever. Mm-hmm. Whatever. I liked it. Mm-hmm. I liked the whole scene. I didn't think she was too much. I think she was just enough, because she had to prove a point. And out of everybody there, she had to prove the point most to Varys, because Varys is known for doing crazy shit. Obviously, we all know him. He's like Littlefinger's arch nemesis, you know? Right. So
he could be a little tricky.
Yeah, so I think it was and the fact that everybody was there in the room kind of helped her point. You know, like, if you betray me, she wasn't just talking to Varys.
She was talking to everybody up in this motherfucker. Yeah. Okay.
She was looking at Varys, but the message was for everybody. Right. If you betray me, then I'm going to burn you alive. Which was a good callback to when, I think, Sansa mentioned her grandfather being burned alive by the Mad King. Mm-hmm. But yeah. Anyways, how did you feel?
Like I said, I mean, I liked that scene. I think that it's good for her to assert her authority. Mm-hmm. I just thought that she was just like a little cray-cray.
How did you feel about Tyrion's plan?
I actually think it's well thought out.
Without thinking about what happens at the end. Like, how did you think about the plan?
I thought it was well thought out. However, I think that... I think that... I think that it should have been... They should have reinforced Yara's fleet.
Right. I don't even think, honestly, Yara's fleet is not that big compared to the other fleet. So Daenerys still has ships. It's not like her ships are gone.
Right.
How I felt about I think the plan was good. Mm-hmm. However, I think she should have sat on it for a minute.
Right, and thought about it.
Because at which point she could have used Varys to get information about what the fuck Cersei was doing.
Right.
Remember, Varys still has little birds. Whether they're loyal to Qyburn or not, we don't know yet.
Right.
But if she sat on it for a little while, that would have, number one, gave her time to speak to Jon. Mm-hmm. And number two, got more information about what the fuck is going on in King's Landing.
Right.
She would have been better prepared for... Mm-hmm. It wouldn't have came out of nowhere. It wouldn't have shocked her, which I think we're going to see in episode 3 or whatever. I think she's going to be pissed. But if she just sat on it for a minute, then I don't think she would have been as surprised at the fact that Euron has a gigantic fleet that can match hers.
But it's a gigantic fleet that's coming towards her. So she's going to see him.
Right, but I'm saying, like, she would have been caught off guard by the whole fact that he was coming. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You wouldn't be caught. I mean, Dragonstone is a good, like, fort. Euron is only good on the sea.
Right.
He's not good at fighting on land.
No.
So, bitch, you're not going to do nothing to no castle.
Right.
Nobody's scared of you on land.
Right.
So, and she has done Sully and Dothraki.
It's not like the castle and dragons. Right. And it's not like the castle is, like, right on the sea. Like, bitch.
You have to go up a damn thing.
You got to go up some shit. Like, step on the land if you want to, ho. Mm-hmm. Okay. So.
All right, next scene.
Let's see.
Melisandre. Is that the next scene? Or is that all in one scene?
That's all in one scene.
Oh, wait. Let's talk about Lady Olenna's dialogue with Daenerys.
I really like that. I really feel like, here's my thing with Lady Olenna. I think that she is, to me, in my eyes right now, that conversation that she had with him, with Daenerys, needed.
Really?
Needed.
Okay.
Because I feel like Daenerys needs to, no matter what, yes, you have all of your counselors, and this is what made Daenerys powerful in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she listened to everybody. She took information from everybody. She took counsel from everybody, but ultimately Daenerys made her own decisions.
Right.
And that's like, nobody knew when Daenerys got to Unsullied in the first fucking place.
Yeah.
Nobody knew her fucking plan.
Right.
She took in information from other people. She listened. She listened to what they had to say, but ultimately Daenerys made her own plan and made her own goddamn decisions.
Right.
And I feel like that's what makes Dany the shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's what made Dany as powerful as she is, because she has made her own decisions. She is the Dragon Queen. She got this. Mm-hmm. And I feel like Lady Olenna, no matter, like, put that in her ear to let her know, you don't have to listen to me, bitch. Mm-hmm. You don't have to listen to him. You don't have to listen to any of these motherfucking men. Mm-hmm. You need to listen to what the fuck you need to listen to. You are the Dragon Queen, bitch. Right. Know who the fuck you is, bitch.
I like the scene. I mean, I love Lady Olenna. Like, mm-hmm. I fucking love her, whatever. However, and this is where I slightly disagree with you, I thought her advice to Dany was a little bit much. Because Dany could easily go on a rampage and fuck shit up.
Right.
Easily. But Tyrion also had a really good point. You go around fucking shit up, proves Cersei's point.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Here comes the Dragon Queen with these Eastern invaders. We don't know who the fuck they are. Fear-mongering, you know? And it proves Cersei's point. So in a sense, she needs to listen to Tyrion's advice, is to use the other lords and ladies of Westeros to go against Cersei, because they fucking hate her too. Like Jamie said, she has 3 kingdoms at best. You know, like, bitches hate her. So Daenerys needs to use that to her advantage. Just going in with your dragons and shit is easy win, but you're not gonna gain the love of the people because they see these big ass dragons burning shit up. You know, like, it's
of course they're gonna follow you.
They're not gonna follow you. Like, Daenerys, like, okay, Daenerys needs to find a balance.
I'm saying, like, would they see those big ass dragons? Of course, they're going to follow you because of the fact that, like, they're scared of the dragons.
They fear you,
right?
Daenerys needs to find, like, an equal balance of the people loving her and fearing her at the same time. You can't have, if too many people fear you, you're the Mad King. If too many people love you, you're a pushover. You're like Tommen. You know, like,
right.
So I liked it. I mean, I just don't agree with Lady Olenna that much. Because it seemed to me that Lady Olenna was like, you don't need to listen to Tyrion, what the fuck Tyrion has to say. Do what the fuck you want to do, which is great and everything, but Tyrion's there to serve a purpose. He's there to balance out Dany's ballistic side. Because she could easily just be like,
let's burn them.
Release the dragons. Go just fucking release the dragons. You know, she could easily do that if she wanted to, but that's not the point. You know? Anyways. Let's move on to Melisandre.
Yeah. What? I don't remember what the fuck she said.
Cruising down the street in my city. Oh, sorry, that's what I said in my mind. Melisandre just came and she was speaking High Valyrian to Dany. She basically just came in and was like, listen, there's this prophecy, called Azor High, and blah blah blah. And they were speaking in Valyrian, right? And Dany was like, unfortunately, I'm not a prince. And then Missandei pipes in and she was like, well, I think you're misinterpreting the word wrong. It usually can mean prince or princess. So it's a gender neutral word. And so that, I think that kind of intrigued Dany just a little bit. And Melisandre was kind of, oh, it could be you and another, which we all know is Jon Snow, whatever, because we see him coming in the trailer. So I can't wait to hear that. Like, bitch, I cannot wait. So how did you feel about that whole? It could be a prince or a princess.
First of all, here's my thing.
How about and/or?
First of all, listen. I don't give a shit about that. I'm tired of Melisandre. I am so sick and tired. She's been bouncing from king to king to king. She is a king whore. Okay, I'm tired of her.
No, in this case, I think Melisandre is really faithful to Jon, because she could have easily been like, you know what? There's this prophecy, girl, and I think it's you. But she didn't. She was like, there's this prophecy, and you could help in the prophecy, but there's another person that you could be helping with this prophecy. So her loyalty lies to Jon as of right now. in my opinion.
So here's my thing. Melisandre is a priestess of the Lord of Light.
Yeah.
What was the other red bitch that came in?
The Lord of Light.
The other red bitch. The one that that helped kind of the one that scared Varys.
The Lord of Light.
What was her name though?
Oh, I can't remember. Kinvara? I think it's Kinvara or something like that.
That red bitch.
Mm-hmm.
She said that.
Where is she though? Like that's my question. She just popped up and disappeared.
Exactly.
I would have loved to see Kinvara on the council. That would have been interesting.
Right.
To have Kinvara and Melisandre interact with one another.
That's what I wanted to see.
That would have been interesting. Yeah.
Because you're saying that this person is supposed to be the one that was chosen,
right?
And you're saying that this person is supposed to be the one that's chosen. Who is it, bitch? Right. Like that's what I want to know. And I feel like they need to have a little Lord of Light, a little Lord of Light convo. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like they need to have a conversation because I need to figure out what the fuck. I don't personally care about this because at the end of the fucking day, we got White Walkers at our fucking doorstep. So I don't give a fuck who's the one that's promised. You better promise me something that we keeping these motherfuckers at bay. I don't give a fuck about any of these extra shit. That's all I got to say about that. Mm-hmm. Okay, because I don't give a fuck about Melisandre because she burned a little kid. Okay, and I don't trust this other bitch. What's her name? Kiandra. Whatever.
They gonna come up and Game of Thrones black and then she's gonna be Kiandra.
Okay.
Kiandra.
Okay. So I don't give a fuck about that. Near one of them. Mm-hmm. All I know is that shit's going down and winter is here. Okay. Mm-hmm. And I am worried about my peeps on the wall. Okay. So that's what I'm concerned about. Can we figure that out and stop worrying about this other Westeros bullshit? Because there won't be a Westeros if y'all motherfuckers are going to be letting these White Walkers come through. I digress.
Moving on. The Grey Worm and Missandei scene.
So about that, what happened?
That was awkward as fuck. And this is my point about scenes that are so fucking unnecessary now. Because that was unnecessary. Like, yes, we know they like each other or whatever, but we didn't need to see that. We didn't need to see that.
Question
that was unnecessary. That took up 2 whole minutes that could have went to somebody else.
My question is, I thought his dick was chopped off.
It is chopped off.
Is it his dick or his balls?
His dick is chopped off. Might be the whole package. I don't fucking know.
I need to know if it's his dick or if it's just his balls. Because if it's just his balls, okay, we make sense. Okay, but if it's just his dick,
he didn't stick his penis in her vagina though.
How do you know?
Because the scene went straight to him giving her head and then it ended. That's it. That's why I thought that this scene was fucking unnecessary.
Like it was just really confusing. It was just, but you know what? Missandei needs some too. Okay,
I mean that's great and everything, but she can get it another time. Like that 2 minutes could have went to fucking something else. It could have went to maybe Kinvara and Melisandre talking.
Grey Worm
could have went to fucking I don't know something else.
I'll say this though, Grey Worm is a cute ass.
I mean, whatever.
I mean.
Time for that. I ain't got time for that. We just gonna skip over Cersei and Randall.
What was that? That thing on Insecure that was like anti dick repellent or whatever.
Anti dick repellent, or anti nigga dick repellent. I can't remember, but I know I keep strapped. And that's just how it is. We should talk about that real brief after this.
Yes. Let's move on. Qyburn.
How'd you feel about that fucking arrow thing? To kill a dragon.
I really don't see it as a big damn deal, to be honest with you. Like I think
it's foreshadowing heavy, personally.
Okay. It's not gonna be Drogon, so I don't care.
It's not obviously.
I really don't care about the other two. Sorry. I mean, like, it is what it is. I mean, it's okay, it's going to happen. When you first tweeted it out, it hurt me. I'm just gonna say, because I love those dragons. Okay.
I thought you didn't care about the other two.
Now I don't, because I was like, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, one of them probably is going to die, but it won't be Drogon. So I don't give a fuck.
No,
Drogon's my nigga. Okay, first of all, he's the only black one up in there in the first place.
The other one is green and yellow. Like, come on out.
We got this. Shades of green. It's like I'm not.
I think the Viserys is gonna die. the golden one, I think. That's Viserys.
I don't care.
Anyways, I only think he's gonna die because her brother's dead. She named him after people she loves. So Drogon is after Khal Drogo. Rhaegal is after her brother Rhaegar, and then Viserys was after I can't pronounce the dragon's names. Was after her brother the bitch nigga,
right?
Him. So I think that one's gonna die because I personally, and then we have Rhaegal. We have to solve this whole Jon Snow thing. That's why I don't think that one's gonna die yet. Personally, Drogon's not gonna die because it's too close to Dany. It's the biggest one. It doesn't make sense to kill off the biggest one right away. It just doesn't.
Right. Anyway.
But one is gonna die.
Moving on. Arya. First of all, he meets with Hot Pie. She meets with Hot Pie, and
I was so happy to see Hot Pie.
He's adorable.
I said, "Oh, Hot Pie, I remember you, bro.
We haven't seen you in forever." I was like, "Come on, reunion." And so I really like that because it kind of like played back to the first couple of seasons, and I really like that. What I really liked was kind of like how I was wondering how Arya was going to get caught up to speed on things, because I felt like
somebody had to tell her.
And not only that, I also felt like, I don't know if you remember, what was it? The play that they did. Right. And I felt like that wasn't really an accurate portrayal of what's going on. And I was like, somebody needs to let Arya know what the fuck's going on. And I felt like Hot Pie was perfect. Have some pie. You know, it was funny.
I think the first group of people, those King's Landing guys, that group with Ed Sheeran kind of let her, filled her in about what's going on.
Well, kind of gave her a little bit of an idea. Yeah. But it was nice that Hot Pie was there because it was like someone she trusted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know, when she was eating or whatever with him and he goes, "Well, what happened to you, Ari?" And she just kind of looks at him. I'm like, she been through a whole fucking lot. You ain't even know. Let me start from day one when she was born. Like, I was like, oh no. And somebody put
Hot Pie, you ain't ready for this combo.
Somebody put like clips of everything that happened to her when he said that. I said, bitch, Arya's been through a lot. Like, she's a changed girl. She's through it. She is changed.
She's not a girl anymore.
But
that's
my
a woman.
whole thing is kind of like at the end of season 6, she was like, my name is Arya Stark of Winterfell, I'm going home. And then at the beginning of season 7, she was like, I'm going to King's Landing. So that was kind of like, bitch, what?
Where you going,
like,
bitch?
where are you going? Opposite direction of where you're supposed to be going. So I was hoping when we first see Arya in the show that she was like, I'm on my way to Winterfell, in which case she meets Hot Pie or whatever. Because I'm thinking she gonna go fuck Bolton up, and then she finds out Bolton's dead. And, you know, like, that would have made more sense to me than her going in the opposite direction to come back.
But I feel like, didn't she change her decision on going back or going to King's Landing after she found out that Jon was the King of the North or King of the North? Right. So she's going back now. Right. She's going to Winterfell.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, but I'm just confused as to why she wouldn't be headed there the first time, even without even knowing that Jon was the King of the North.
Because she wanted to kill Cersei.
But I think my personal opinion I would have went for Bolton. I would have just went for the gutter. I would have been like, I ain't got nothing to lose. Might as well go for this crazy motherfucker first. Because he's at my home. Might as well fuck him up first and then go fuck Cersei up. Whatever. Arya and her direwolf, Nymeria.
Can we talk about that for a second?
Yes.
Okay, so what are your thoughts on that? Because I have some thoughts.
The scene, I've been wanting to see Nymeria because Nymeria and Ghost are the only 2 direwolves that are alive right now. So it's
their direwolves.
They're the only 2 direwolves alive right now. Period.
Of their for like ever? Like there's no other direwolves in the world?
Not unless they have babies.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Right. So there might be some beyond the wall.
Probably, but I'm just saying they randomly just got like direwolves like that day, like that when they had them.
Right. So I'm assuming what happened is the direwolf made it across from the wall, and that's how they got in the fight with the stag, which was very symbolic of House Baratheon and House Stark. But yeah, as far as we know, those were the only 2 direwolves alive. We don't know what's beyond the wall. Beyond the wall is White Walkers right now. Yeah, but Nymeria is the only one alive, and Ghost is the only one alive. So of course they had to come meet at full circle.
Where is Ghost?
Ghost. Someone made up a good point online. They were like, Ghost is a budget reason. Like, Ghost will come and go because they rather put that budget into the CGI for the dragons rather than Ghost. So whatever. Ghost is alive though. He's not dead, so we might see him again.
But he's in Winterfell, right?
He's somewhere doing his thing. Who knows? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever.
I liked it. I was a little heartbroken that Nymeria didn't want to go with Arya, but that's cool because she don't trust you no more. Or she got her own thing going on, just like you do. You a changed person. She changed. But whatever. How'd you feel? Here's
my thing. I feel like at first I was like, okay, Nymeria doesn't recognize her because she's no one.
No.
That's what I'm saying. At first I thought that way. Then I thought when she said, because I rewatched it again, because the first time I saw it, I was like, oh my God, this is so emotional. And I was like Nymeria, like you don't love her no more. And so then I was like, you recognize her. But then when she said what she said at the end, she was like,
that's not you.
That's not you, which is the same thing that Ned Stark said about Arya.
And she said, that's not me. Yeah.
That's not me.
Yeah.
I don't think that Nymeria is the type of direwolf anymore that can just sit at home and chill out and be that be that wolf. You know what I'm saying? That little pet. She wants to be wild and free.
Right. Just like Arya.
Just like Arya.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
However, I have a theory that Nymeria is going to follow Arya to Winterfell, but still be in the cut.
Same.
I feel like Nymeria is going to still guard Arya, and be around her when she needs it.
Right, like Ghost is.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, no, Ghost is in Winterfell. Like,
okay, we just gonna assume he's there.
Right. Okay. He's there. Ghost is there.
Okay.
He's just chilling, eating his raw meat. Yeah. He's good.
Okay.
But I feel like you feel
like Nymeria is just gonna be kind of like her guardian that's there, but not really.
And only
you only need her when she needs it. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's that.
I'm in agreement with that. Samuel, how we doing on time?
We're running out, so we got to talk quickly.
All right, Samuel, come on, go.
I think that he's gonna find a cure for Jorah.
I fucking hate these montages. Stop it. Just stop it.
Can we stop with the Samuel montage?
I did not need to see the pus
because we're making me feel like I can't look at Samuel the same way. I don't want to look at his scenes anymore because of the shit.
Right.
No pun intended.
Sam is going to fix what's his name?
Jorah. Yeah.
He's going to fix him.
I'm here for it.
He's going to fix him. Let's move on. Sansa and Littlefinger. How'd you feel about that? No, Sansa becoming the lady in charge while
I'm concerned.
Away. You're concerned?
Mm-hmm.
Also.
Because I feel I don't know how she's going. Okay, here's my thing. I'm going to give Sansa the benefit of the doubt because I feel like Sansa may look like she's in revenge mode right now. And I feel like she is she's done what she's needed to do to help out Jon without telling him.
Sansa.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I feel like she's going to set up whatever she needs to set up to make Winterfell a stronghold. And when by the time Jon gets back, they'll be ready to fight shit. But I feel like Sansa is going to surprise Littlefinger because I don't feel like Littlefinger is going to be able to manipulate her like he thinks that he will be able to.
Especially with Arya on her way.
I don't think Arya has anything to do with it, or is going to have anything to do with it. I promise you that
Arya is the only one who knows, honestly, who Littlefinger is when you think about it. Because Arya was the last one in King's Landing. I mean, along with her sister, but she was viewing it from a different standpoint than Sansa was. And Sansa was in it. Arya was an audience to it. So I feel like Arya, if anybody, knows the true intentions of Littlefinger.
Right.
So we're going to see how that works out.
See.
And then when Bran comes back home, then we go,
shit.
There goes Sansa's claim.
Because he's already at the wall.
Yes.
And Winterfell's not that far from the wall.
Nope. And there's a scene in the trailers with Bran at the Heart Tree in Winterfell. So he's going to be home. There's going to be a Stark family reunion. We'll see it.
Oh.
Let's just go
ahead. That's going to be intense. So then I wonder how that's going to be, because then Bran will be king, right?
Bran, yeah. If I don't know how it's going to work or how it's going to play out, but Jon is technically not even a Stark.
Right.
So I don't know if Bran's gonna be the one to tell him that or what, but we'll figure it out.
Bran's gonna be like, hey, so
let me tell you something about your mother that you might want to know. Maybe your father too.
But actually,
who you think is your father's not actually.
You're supposed to be on the Iron Throne.
You should be over there with Daenerys.
That's your sister.
Daenerys is not his sister. Daenerys is his aunt.
Oh.
Because Daenerys is Rhaegar's sister, and Jon is Rhaegar's son. Anyways, Euron. Let's go into Euron. How do you feel about the whole thing? Okay, Euron's dead. Theon, I know you want to get straight to the good.
You think Yara's gonna die?
No. I don't know. I think she's expendable though.
I don't know. She's expendable, but I don't know. I don't think she's gonna die.
Okay.
Because I feel like they need somebody to. I feel like the only reason that Dany accepted her assistance is because she's a woman. And I think she secretly wants to fuck her.
I can see Yara dying.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. It won't affect me. But I will say this: Theon's a bitch ass nigga. Bitch. Okay.
I feel bad for Theon. Theon was very triggered.
So done with Theon. I am so done. I am tired of making excuses for the dickless boy. I am so tired of making excuses for him. I am tired of him. He is so weak. And I'm over him.
He's been through a lot.
Fuck him. I am done with Theon. Theon sucks.
He was really triggered. I was
sucks
like,
balls.
damn, son. Like, that sucks to, like,
Bolitos.
like that. That sucks.
No bolitos.
Anyways, we're done.
Yes.
Episode 9 out of 10. I mean, all these episodes are going to be pretty good as far as I'm concerned. So.
And honestly, what's your rating on this episode?
9 out of 10.
9?
Maybe a smooth 8.5.
I'm gonna give it an 8.5.
Yeah.
For me, because it wasn't as good as the first episode. I will say that.
Well, it's definitely not going to be as good as the third one because I cannot wait to see Jon and Daenerys banter. Ooh!
We're gonna get this. All right. Well,
but you saw how Daenerys was intrigued when Tyrion was describing Jon. She was like, "Oh, he sounds like a man I'd like to fuck." Anyways, that's kind of weird because that's his aunt. But
yeah, that would be awkward. Well, I mean,
but everyone's secretly going for it though. Like whatever, like that's your aunt.
Cersei and Jaime gave no fucks.
Oh.
I mean, anyway. Okay, well,
let's be done.
We'll be back with the listener letters. Hey guys, this episode is brought to you by Pyro Media Network. Pyro Media Network is a progressive moving platform to give a voice to those who feel don't have one. Social injustice, equality concerns, and more are just a few reasons why PMN is needed. For more information about Pyro Media Network, please visit pyromedianetwork.com. And we're back with the listener letters portion of the show. You can go ahead and send your listener letters to www.entertheblaze.com/letters, where you can go ahead and fill out our listener letters form to be able to send letters to Miss Free and myself, or Hope Giselle and 50 Shades of Gay. Miss Free, take it away.
All right, this letter comes from Anon, and it reads,
Hello, Anon.
Hi guys, I'm going to get to the point. Miss Free likes short letters. I don't.
You better tell it.
My girlfriend and I have been dating for 1 year now, and we have very different cultural understandings. I am a Muslim American and she is white. My best friend is black, and we have multiple conversations regarding race. This makes my girlfriend uncomfortable. I try to keep those conversations away from her, but at the same time, these conversations are needed. Am I not trying hard enough to protect her from my friends? Am I being selfish by not including her on the conversations? What do you think? By the way, I have been listening to your show for the past 2 months, and I have just finished catching up to it all. Thank you for creating spaces for race-related conversations and for all of the work that you do. I recently just started following Hope Disguise to gain perspective on the trans community. My nephew just came out and he's been transitioning. Thank you for everything that you do, and God bless.
Amen.
You go ahead.
Okay. First of all, I don't think, unless your friends are blatantly, disrespecting your girlfriend, I don't think that like you need to feel weird about protecting her, quote unquote, from
a race-related conversation.
Because guess what? Those conversations need to be had, and her getting or getting with you, she needs to understand that that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Like, right. It is what it is. Like, if she can't handle the race-related conversations that you guys are having, she can't handle being in a relationship with you. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Regardless of the situation, like, she needs to be able to feel comfortable, or not even feel comfortable. She needs to be uncomfortable and be okay with being uncomfortable in those spaces. Mm-hmm. Because guess what? You live uncomfortably every single day.
Right.
Just by you being who you are as a human being. Right. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so, I don't think that you need to make any. Her privilege alone protects her, so I don't think that you need to do any more to make her feel comfortable just so you can have. And the conversations that you're having, that you and your friends are having, if they're productive conversations, if they're opening doors to express thought forms and express think pieces or whatever, by all means, have at it, because those conversations need to happen. You know what I'm saying? And if she's not comfortable with it, then you may need to rethink where she, or rethink and assess where she is in your life.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I was just I agree with everything you just said. I think it's very important that if you're in a interracial relationship, that your partner who comes from this is going to sound really weird, from a higher place of privilege, especially if they're white, to be very involved in. That might not be an involvement in their life because of their place of privilege, but it's very important in your life, and that affects your relationship, that affects how you move in the world, that affects everything that you do. So if she, like Kwame said, if she's going to be in a relationship with you, then she needs to accept that's a part of you. At the end of the day, that's a part of you, whether she likes it or not. Like, I mean, what is she doing about it for it not to be a part of you? Mm-hmm. That's a better question. You know, like, so I don't think you should be protecting her from anything. What are you protecting her from?
She needs to be protecting you. Right. Or using her privilege to help you.
What are you protecting her from? From her hearing something she might not like?
Right.
The truth hurts, sweetheart.
Right.
That don't mean that you can't hear it, that you don't need to hear it.
Right.
You know?
And if she's uncomfortable because you are for 15 minutes or 20 minutes or 30 minutes, however long you're with your friends, or however long she's in those spaces with your friends,
right?
She needs to understand that you are on a daily basis, every day, every moment of the day, are uncomfortable,
right?
Because you don't know what's going to happen. That's your life. Yeah.
Regardless if you like it or not, this is what the fuck it is.
So if she can't handle those 15 minutes or however long, the 20 minutes or an hour that you're with your friends, then I don't know if she can handle being with you for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying?
Do I think you're being selfish by not including her? I don't know, because it's entirely up to her to want to be a part of those conversations. Right. You can't force somebody to be somewhere they don't want to fucking be.
Exactly.
So if she can't sit in a conversation for 10 minutes, like honestly, truly just have a conversation about race, anything race related, then like Kwame said, you need to reevaluate while you're in this relationship. And I'm not saying like she's a bad person. Like, I don't fucking know her whatsoever. But I do know that she's functioning from a place of privilege to not want to be in those spaces, and can remove herself from those spaces if she so decides to.
Very easily.
And that's what it is. Like,
you can't remove yourself. You can't remove yourself.
That's how you function in the world.
Right. So
I don't know. Don't be trying to protect her from nothing. She need to hear the truth, girl. She can't hear the truth, then I don't know. Y'all need to do something else. Y'all need to just be friends.
Right. And talk to each other on the weekends. Right. Bye.
Okay. Well, thanks for writing in, Anon. That was quick.
Yes. I mean, we can do one more if you want.
Do you want to do one more?
Yeah, let's do one more.
Okay. This one's going to be quick, too.
Okay.
All right. Excuse me. This letter comes for Jerisa. Excuse me if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. She's from Richmond, California.
Okay.
I would have thought Virginia. Anyways.
There's a Richmond, California here.
There is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think it's Northern California, actually. But go on.
Okay. Hi, Miss Free and Kwame. Congratulations on your 1-year anniversary.
Thanks.
I pray for many more years to come.
Thanks.
My question is specifically for Miss Free. Since the Shea Moisture debacle, am I pronouncing it right? Debacle. I am having trouble finding the right products for my hair. Do you have any suggestions in your experience as a black woman in this journey, also known as tribulations we call the black woman's hair experience? Thank you, and please keep being yourselves. Well, thanks for the congrats. To answer your question specifically, I do. I like when I find a product I really like, I kind of stick to it. And I'm just like, whatever, girl. I remember when I first started trying to transition from my heat damaged hair to my natural hair type, and it was very hard because I don't think my natural hair was like a really coily kind of hair because it was heat damaged. Like I don't even know. I think I'd have to go bald and start fresh. So when I was transitioning, I used this site, and I can't remember right now, but don't quote me. It's something like iHerb or iHerb.com or .org or something like that. Just Google it. And it's a site where it has a list of all these shampoos and products and things for your hair. It's for really cheap too, not even bad. So I would use that stuff. I cannot remember at the time what it's called for the life of me right now. Because it was such... When I was transitioning, I want to say I was about 19, 20. And I was trying to transition from my heat styled hair. And this is like a problem with me because I love heat. Like I love that like long, sleek look. And not saying there's nothing wrong with that curly look, because bitch, if I could, I would rock my hair curly as fuck. But I don't think the bald look is for me. I don't think I got that face shape to be bald. Where was I going with that? I don't even fucking know. But it's like I don't even fucking know where the fuck I was going with that. Let me go back to your question.
Right.
Do you have any suggestions in your experience as a black woman in this journey? Well, like I said, you should definitely go visit that site, iHerb.com. My next suggestion would be to stay away from heat if you can, girl, because heat is the devil. And I guess I kind of, as a child, let me just delve into this. As a child, I remember getting permed hair, you know? And I think I remember getting my hair permed up until, I want to say like maybe middle school, eighth grade. I think I stopped perming my hair in the 6th grade. And I remember as a child, I really needed that perm because I hated my natural hair. Like it was a problem, you know, like you couldn't get a comb through it because it was too much. And I like have this long, thick, like my hair is thick. It's not necessarily long, but it's thick. So I needed something to straighten it. And when I decided not to do that anymore, it was a struggle. I was like, oh my God, I can't really do this or whatever. So I started my hair in a bun. I still wear my hair in a bun to this fucking day because I just don't know what to do with my hair. And most of it is because I'm fucking lazy because I could easily do it. And when I was transitioning, I was washing my hair every week. I was doing what you call flexi rods, perm rods to get the curly look because it's easier for your transition, you know, your natural hair to blend in with the heat damaged hair because it's in a curl. So what I would suggest to you, if you're transitioning or if you're just trying to love your hair, is to just keep with it. You know what I'm saying? Back then, you know, in the 6th grade when I was a child, the natural hair movement, which I don't even really like because there's nothing fucking wrong with your natural hair any fucking way. It should just be what it is. It's much easier now to love the way your hair is because there's much more resources for it. If that makes sense. Yeah. There's more people out there rocking their natural hair, which I love to the core, girl. I love it. I might even go bald one day once I get me a good wig. But I, you know, just keep doing what you're doing, girl. I don't really have any suggestions because it's still a day-to-day thing for me. And like I said, I roll out of bed and show up, bitch. This hair goes right in the bun. I really can't tell you. Wash it. What I do recommend though is keeping your hair hydrated. Hydrated, because if anything, curly hair is the most sensitive hair, regardless of what people fucking think. Because it's I don't know the science of it or whatever, but it's the most sensitive hair. It breaks easily if it's not moisturized. However, it's the most resilient type of hair. You can press it, straighten it, comb roll it, you know, whatever. Just keep at it, girl. I don't know, like it's hard for me. Like Roll out of bed, show up. I do use, if you want to know what products I use, I stick with Tresemme. I love Tresemme conditioner, shampoo, and I do still have Shea Moisture products, as much as you might hate me for this. I still have it in my home, so I'm not just about to throw it away, bitch. I could use it. And it did agree with my hair for a while. That's it. That's all I got for you. Make sure you wash, condition, keep it moisturized. Use a protein treatment. Use, I love Afro-G. It's a protein treatment for your hair. And I use a 2-minute reconstructor. Use that, girl. That keeps your hair nice and strong. And just keep at it. Keep watching video. Keep keeping yourself motivated. Because it's really hard out here for Black women to love their hair in the society that we're in that tells you it's not pretty. So, I'm sorry. Just, what's her name? Jerisa. Could answer a really good question. I think that was a good answer.
No, I think that's a great question.
It's the Black woman hair experience is a complex thing in itself. Yeah. Because we have so much to deal with and it's kind of hard, but whatever, girl. At me, we can discuss some more.
At me, so we know it's real. All right, well, I think is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Let's do it. Yeah, because we're out of time. We're running out of time.
Okay.
And we'll be back with the event session.
Hey Blazers, we want to hear from you. Have a TV show or movie suggestion you want us to review? Need some advice or an opinion on an issue you're having? Want to tell us how you're feeling about the show? Then send in a listener letter by visiting entertheblaze.com and going to our contact tab. One of your letters could be read on air. Thank you all for your support. Now let's get back to the show.
And we're back with the event session. And as usual, I don't have one.
Of course.
But when I do,
it's going to be epic.
Yeah.
Well, I have some things. We've been going through a lot of transitions.
Was it? Oh, okay.
Transitions with this country, with things that I've noticed with fake ass people, and just the lack of support that the LGBTQ community is getting right now. So there's a lot that I can go into detail with, but I'm going to summarize this because we're running out of time. This government ain't shit.
No shit.
Okay? This government hasn't been shit. This government ain't gonna be shit until they get their shit together. And what's frustrating is that, yes, we've transitioned into a very horrible administration. But you know what? I am very happy that there are people who have bound together to say, to yell back and say, we're not gonna take this. But at the same fucking time, we should have did this before this all happened in the first goddamn place. But hindsight is 2020. Whatever. We'll move on. The bottom line is that at this point in time, it's going to get worse. We said this before when Trump got into office in the first damn place, and we said that it's going to get worse. Whatever's happening, these ramblings, these idle threats that we thought were idle, or that y'all thought were idle, look what's happening. So all you LGBTQ that was for Trump, look, and it's going to get much worse. And all you motherfuckers out there, just because you don't think that it's going to affect you now because it's affecting another community, shit, you don't start doing something until it starts affecting you. And guess what? Once they start running out of all these other minorities, it's going to affect you. They need somebody else to target until they only have the 1% to deal with. All I'm going to say on that. Next thing, in regards to transitions, I think it's very important that when you start looking at your friends, when you start looking at people that you think that are friends, and that you start attaining a new level of growth, you need to be very careful who is around you. You need to be very careful who you invite into your circles, who you transition, because the same motherfuckers that started with me are going to be the same motherfuckers that going to end with me. Okay? And I promise you right now that I see people's spirits from a distance. And I don't need, I'm not going to invite you. There's reasons why we have not had, why number one, why we haven't, certain people we've denied access to in terms of, doing a show with them or having them on our show. There's reasons why we have not worked with certain people. There's reasons for everything, because I see how you operate with your own people and what you consider to be a company, but you don't even have your shit incorporated, bitch. You better not come to me when I see you you doing horrible things and being mean and being this mean girl, and you're using people for their access, and you're doing things, I see you, bitch, and you know who I'm talking to. So if the shoe fits, bitch, wear it. And then take it off and smack yourself with it.
If the shoe fits.
You know who I'm talking about.
If the shoe.
So I'm telling you right now, don't think that I don't see what the fuck you're doing, bitch. I see your games, and I see what fake ass things you're trying to do, but I promise you right now, when my peeps start rising up and they start doing what they need to do, and you keep coming for them the way you are, watch how closed doors you gonna be. Play that board game, boo-boo. That's all I gotta say.
All right, no new friends. No new friends. No new.
That's all I gotta say.
I agree. Fake, fuck.
Transitions, honey. Transitions. Fake ass friend. You know why it's hard for you to say? Because you're not fake, Miss Free.
Fake.
Fake doesn't even come into your spirit.
I really can't be fake even if I tried.
I mean,
my face would give it away.
Right. It's like what? I don't like you. I don't know
my
you.
My supervisor has picked up on my faces now, so she'll be like, "Why are you making that face?" I'm like, "Oh, no reason.
Sorry, I gotta make this point."
Yeah.
Well, it's been another episode of Blaze Entertainment. Thank you guys for always listening to us and sticking around with us and letting us bitch and complain about our fuckery during the week and our fuckery that goes on in this pop world, pop culture world, and politics. Because we all got to stick in there together.
Right.
So, be kind to yourselves. Be kind to others.
Love your natural hair.
Yes, love yourself. And treat yourself.
Treat yourself.
That's going to be something I think that we need to start doing at the end of our shows, is to encourage you guys to treat yourself. Because we work hard. We all work our asses off. You deserve to have a weekend. Whether it's not, and you don't even have to spend hella money to do it. If that means you turn off your fucking phone and you put on the radio, or you put on the CD or whatever, and you listen to music, or you put your phone on what is it, airplane mode, where you don't get no calls or whatever, you just listen to stuff that's downloaded to your MP3, and you just put on candles and you get some wine.
Oh, you know
whatever.
what? You know what?
Treat yourself.
Treating myself means like I'm gonna have a luxurious bubble bath.
Yes.
With my wine and some nice soothing
music. Or you can go on a hike by yourself. Mm-hmm. You can go to the beach you can go treat yourself to a movies by yourself. Let me tell you something. I've done that a couple times. It's really nice.
Yeah.
It's really nice. You don't have to worry about sharing popcorns.
Trying to find another seat.
Right.
We all can sit together.
Your space. Your thing. Do you. Treat yourself this weekend. I encourage you to treat yourself. Whether it's going to get your nails done, whether it's going to get a massage. I think I'm going to do that this weekend.
What?
Get a massage.
I'm going to get my nails done.
I need to do my nails this weekend. This is terrible.
Get my toes done. Yes. They're looking kind of scraggly.
Well, treat yourself, Miss Free.
I will.
You deserve.
I will.
You worked your ass off this week.
I surely damn did.
Shit.
Bitch was stressing me out.
Shit. Well,
love you guys. That's
love
our
you guys.
Show.
Oh, and don't forget to send in listen letters. We're so sorry that we have to only do 1 or 2 a week.
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones is here. I'm so sorry.
Blame it on
okay. Yeah. There's also a lot of fuckery going on. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna try our best to do more listen letters. Throughout the week we'll try. But sometimes we get on a tangent. I
did have a vent. I just remembered it. I'll save it for next week.
Perfect. Well, it's been real. We will see you guys next week. Bye.